Hey guys, what's up? Before I became a therapist, I was always curious about what does a therapist's day actually look like. I'm going to explain to you guys what I do throughout my day as a private practice therapist, with a bonus of being a content creator. Hi, I'm Lior and you're watching the Therapy Gal YouTube channel. A therapist schedule in private practice is a lot different than somebody working a 9 to 5, meaning I don't work from a specific time to a specific time every single day because every client has different needs, meaning I'm not going to have the same time slot open every single day from 9 to 5 or 1 to 8 or whatever. Every day is going to be a little bit different so that I can accommodate my clients. Today, for example, I started my day at 12 p.m. and I'm going to be done at 5:30. Today's a short day. I've only seen 3 clients. What did I do for the rest of my day? Well, for starters, I'm recording this YouTube video. Number 2, I had a doctor's appointment in the morning. If I know that I'm having a doctor's appointment or I have some sort of appointment that I'm needed somewhere, I block off my schedule so that I'm not seeing clients at that time. If I'm not seeing a doctor and I'm not recording a YouTube video, I'm either recording TikTok, creating content for Instagram, I'm writing blog posts. I also own my own practice, and so I do a lot of paperwork. I make sure everything's kosher, everything gets done and turned in. Being a private practice owner and therapist is a lot of work outside of clinical work with clients. A therapist day also consists of taking notes outside of session. It's very important that our work and our note-taking stays confidential. Another question that I get asked a lot is, how many clients do you typically see a day? I don't see more than 6 clients a day. I used to see 7 and I realized, hey, that's not working for me, and I started to get burnt out. It's really important for your therapist to not be burnt out when they are working with you, especially around mental health. I realized that 5 clients is probably my sweet spot, but 6 is my maximum and I'm able to still do it and I'm still thriving. But what it means is that I'm not able to do a lot of the other things that are still important in running a practice and just being a therapist in private practice. What does your therapist do between sessions? A client session typically lasts anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes. Most of the time it is 50 minutes, allowing the therapist a 10-minute break. What does your therapist do in their 10-minute break? One of my most popular videos, for some reason, I don't know why, it did so well. I think it got almost 12 million views. Is what your therapist does in their 10-minute break. And it's basically me running to the bathroom. I want to show you guys what it looks like. Alright, so you see what I mean. What we do in our 10-minute break is run to the bathroom, we write notes, we blow our nose, we lay on the floor, we do jumping jacks. It doesn't really matter so much what we do with the time, but as long as it makes us feel good and ready for our next session. There's a very specific reason why a therapist does not just go back to back to back to back, because it doesn't give us time to decompress and feel present and ready for the following session. Speaking of, sometimes I see back-to-back clients and sometimes I space them out 3 in the morning, 2 in the evening. What matters is what works for the individual. Some people work better in the morning and some people work better at night and some people work better in the middle of the day. Being a content creator and a therapist is no easy task. I have to maintain ethics, regulations. I have to make sure that I'm not giving clinical advice to anybody and that I'm not diagnosing anybody on the internet. But when I create content, I want it to be lighthearted, I want it to be funny, I want it to be silly and relatable and destigmatizing of mental health. I have to really think about everything that I post. Does that mean that I'm perfect? No. I'm actually not, and I talk about that a lot. No therapist is perfect, and therapists could also use guidance. Another thing outside of being a therapist is supervision. It's very important for a therapist to receive supervision, and actually mandatory when they are unlicensed, in order to provide best quality of care for their clients. I could have one way, one mindset that I'm taking, and I'm using that with all my clients, and that might not be the best course of action for them. Talking with another therapist, aka a supervisor, a colleague, a peer, about your case is going to be really helpful in treating the client in the best possible way. Responding to emails is something that is very important for a therapist to set aside time to do. Between sessions, we're not talking with our clients about clinical issues via email. We do need to respond to session cancellations, rescheduling, if our clients have any questions. And if we are doing brand deals, meeting, or networking, setting aside time to go over your email and responding in a timely manner is going to be very important, not only for your business and for your practice, but to remain ethical with your clients. Overall, it's important to be accessible while also maintaining really good boundaries. If you guys have any more questions or thoughts on topics that you'd like to see from me, write them in the comments, subscribe, like, all that fun stuff, and I look forward to hearing from you guys.